and way forward for candidate. My name is John Taylor. I took it upon myself to do this little video this evening, just a 15 minutes video on the trending issue about the mass failure experience by candidates in the just concluded JAMB examination just last week here on May 5th, 2025. JAMB, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Examination Board, releases exams results, for candidates that partook, about 1.9 million candidates that partook in the examination. Just after the mass failure that was experienced, of course, you know that out of the 1.9 million that sat for the examination, about 1.5 million, representing about 79% of candidates that partook in the partake in that examination, scored below 200 marks. Of course, 200 mark, and then about just 301, what 100, over 100 and something thousand scored 200 and above. And that called for concern by stakeholders in various in this education sector, and there was outcry. And so JAM have to review the processes that that featured in the examination, leading to mass failure. So there was public outcry against JAM that what actually happened, that there was that such a failure was experienced. So JAM needed to revisit the process, go through the process again, and just try to review the whole process and find out what exactly led to the mass failure. So today, JAM called for a press briefing. Of course, the JAMB registrar, Professor Ishak Oloyede, briefed newsmen at the JAMB headquarters in Buhari here in Abuja, and there were some revelations that were made by the JAMB registrar talking about how that about 379,997 candidates were called and invited to receipt for the examination. The video that went viral, of course, even on smart media channel, you can scroll through and see that video, the man crying, the JAM registrar crying and apologizing to Nigerians, and how that the glitches that were experienced, part of the mass failure that were experienced in the 2025 examination that took place just last week, last 2 weeks. Part of the reason for the mass failure was as a result of glitches that were experienced by the computer, and then some network glitches. And then, but there was a specific region was called out, about 5 states in the southeast, and Lagos, to be precise. That was where the mass failure in JAM examination were experienced. So the registrar cried, uncontrollable, was trying to hold back his tears, but he cried and apologized to the candidates, saying that they have been contacted and that they are going to receipt for the examination, retake the examination again, apologizing that it was a result of the glitches from their own side. So, and he was saying, okay, there's no problem that cannot be solved, and because they are because they are human, some of the candidates are going to retake the examination. But one thing that many will be calling is it that they don't the settings or the processes or the kind of initiation that they were put in place to ensure that candidates partake in this examination without glitches? Is it that there was no review of it, there was no test run of such processes for JAM to come out and be apologizing today? Is the apology even accepted by Nigerians? Should the JAM registrar come out at this point and be apologizing to Nigerians, saying that they have contacted some of the students who experienced mass failure, that they are going to sit for the examination? Should such an apology be something that even should be given to the candidates? What is wrong in this country? Should just to conduct an examination that will not last for 3 hours, and you're coming out to come and that this may be my own personal opinion anyway. I'm not trying as much as possible to put my opinion on some of you maybe who are watching on the channel presently. This is Smart Media. We are discussing the recently conducted JAM examination. I'm talking about the UTME, Universal tertiary matriculation examination that were conducted 2 weeks ago, and the results that came out, and then the aftermath of the result, the review of the process, and then the revelation that was given today by the JAMB registrar crying at the headquarters and apologizing to Nigerians. What is your take on the matter? Let me know your comment. Please do wait to subscribe, like, and drop your comment in the comment section. Let's know what you think about the apology that was given today by the JAMB registrar, and what you feel should be done, rather than just, should it just end with apology and then the reinitiation of the process again for the candidate to write? Mind you, I said 5 states in the southeast and Lagos, that is where mass failure uh, occurred in the just concluded UTME examination. Okay, but they said most of the students, he said, the JAM registrar said, Professor Ishak, a lawyer, they said that most of the students who were affected by the glitches experienced during the examination have been contacted, and a date have been set for them to rewrite such an examination. Is the Nigerian system, should the Nigerian system be at this point in time where even to conduct JAM examination, student will be held to I can't just understand, but I don't know. I may be bringing out my own opinion, and I may be feeling emotional about it, and I may be wrong. All right, you may have your own opinion about what you think just played out today about the JAM registrar coming out to apologize. Okay, so what is your own take? Do you feel JAM should do better? What do you think? What do you feel that JAM should do different, otherwise than just coming to apologize and then saying that then they will initiate the examination process, or some of the candidates who were affected by the glitches to come and rewrite the examination? Mind you, when I started this video, I told you that about 379,997 candidates that were affected by the examination. Out of the 1.9 million students that sat for the examination, 397,999 students have been contacted by JAMB again to rewrite the examination, saying that those are the number of students that were affected by the glitches experienced in the just concluded 2 weeks to be precise, in the 2 weeks just concluded unified tertiary matriculation examination that is a requirement to gain admission into the tertiary institution, university. JAMB, of course, the examination body called JAMB. Okay, the professor actually revealed the total number. I said, and mind you, I said that on May 5th was when the result was released by JAMB, and then there was a public outcry of a mass failure. I told you that about 97% of the 1.9 million that sat for the examination, say 1.5 million scored below 200. Okay, and then there was public outcry, and then people were calling in fact, some candidates went as far as suing the examination body JAMB for them that no, this now. So some of the students may be right after all for suing JAMB, because that they were not satisfied with the process. They were not satisfied with the computer process. What is wrong with us in Nigeria? Just to conduct an examination that will qualify students into tertiary institutions, we come out and be apologizing at this point. And one of somebody was reacting to the video today. He was saying that why were people even clapping when the JAMB registrar was shedding tears and apologizing to Nigeria? Why will people be clapping? Were they happy that the whole process affected some of the students who were affected? Were they happy? I don't even understand, because the man was crying, and I don't know how Nigerians react to things. Why should people be clapping? According to, mind you, it's not my own opinion. I witnessed a few minutes ago on the social media where somebody was complaining that why were people even clapping when the man could not hold back his tears, crying and apologizing, shedding tears and apologizing to the candidate that were affected. So let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Let's say drop your thoughts in the comment section, and do where to like, subscribe, and share this video so that we can have a fruitful engagement. This, of course, this is Smart Media Channel. If you are just joining for the first time, we focus on trending issues, security, governance, economic, and things that affect the general public. And one of the topic we are focusing on this evening, just remaining 5 minutes for me to leave. I told you that's always going to be a 15 minutes. I'm not going beyond 15 minutes. I told you when I started, it's about the JAMB recent apologies and way forward. What should be the way forward? Should the candidate be called after being called to sit to sit again for the examination? Should it end in that manner? Should that be the end of the manner? Can't JAMB improve its services? Shouldn't JAMB experience an overhaul so that this setback won't be experienced in even next year or in the nearest future? What is wrong? Shouldn't JAMB be overhauled? Okay, but the leadership of the JAMB actually apologized to Nigerians and said that they are very sorry. It is actually as a result of glitches from their own end, and saying that they are human too, they are prone to mistakes. Okay, imagine somebody saying that, we are sorry for this, for that. The video is just, you can click here, go to Smart Media, you see the video there, and you watch the complete video, and you from there you will understand what I'm talking about. Saying that, we are human being, we are prone to mistakes, and so we will correct our mistakes, and we have called the 379,997 candidates to receipt for the examination as a result of the glitches that we experienced. But should that be enough? Is that an enough reason for is that an enough should that be enough? Okay, some of these candidates that were affected, is it that in fact, that there were public outcry and public outrage that in fact some people came on board and were venting their anger on students. Students spend more time, the teenagers these days, and the children spend more time on the internet. They don't read their books. But there is another, with just the revelation this evening, came across the social media space, and just what is trending now is about JAMB registrar crying and apologizing to Nigerians on the glitches that were experienced during the UTME examination. Okay, should that be enough? Is that an enough thing to be done? Apologize, call for the examination, let them receive it right again, and life goes on. Should JAMB not do better next time? Should JAMB not prepare better next time? Okay. And what do you think would be the effect of this action and negligence by JAMB on the students, especially some of them who will still be taking the examination again? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe, like, and follow Smart Media channel and get more information about what is trending and within the Nigerian space. Okay, but we could just hope and wish that JAMB do better next time and not come to apologize to the Nigerian public and say that they are sorry. Mind you, I said that about 5 states in the southeast and Lagos were most affected by the glitches, by the setback experience in the just concluded unified tertiary matriculation examination that was just concluded, called a JAMB, conducted by Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. Okay, so the UTME examination that was just concluded, what is your thought? And what do you think can be done to ensure that such glitches will not be experienced again? What do you think can be done by the JAMB, the examination body, to improve on its services, rather than after every examination coming to apologize? But one thing I love about Nigerians is that, of course, there was an outrage on the result, calling. In fact, they were suing, people were suing JAMB, so people were calling, please, that process should be revisited, that process should be reviewed. And because of the outrage by Nigerians, this is what the result, this is the revelation that we saw today. About 379,997 candidates that were affected were contacted according to the JAMB body. He said it there's a video on this channel. You can scroll down, maybe after here you can scroll down and check for yourself and listen to the video. He said that we have contacted and they'll be sitting be resitting to take the examination again. All right. I told you that 1.9 million sat for the examination, 1.5 million, representing 79% of the candidate that sat for the examination, scored below 200 in the just concluded unified tertiary matriculation examination that took place 2 weeks ago, with the release of result on the 5th of May 2025. Okay, maybe if you're just joining this channel, this is Smart Media channel, where we bring you issues, trending issues, and one of the issues we're discussing this evening is about the just concluded examination conducted by the JAMB body. Okay, so let me know what you think in the comment section. Of course, 15 minutes is fast spent, so I'll be ending the streaming now. You can revisit the video and then go to Smart Media channel and watch for yourself the apology and the shedding of tears by the JAMB registrar, Professor Ishak Day, later saying that the process was flawed by errors and they take responsibility. They are going to conduct examination for 379,997 candidates. Again, mostly 5 states in the southeast and Lagos were most affected by the errors. All right. Thank you very much. My name is John Taylor. Please stay tuned and stay glued to Smart Media channel. I'll take my leave now. Bye for now.